I'm here with Phil Kopinski, head coach of the Cougar track and field teams. And today we are looking back at Saturday's Margaret Bradley Invitational at the University of Chicago. Nice little tune-up meet for the big action this Saturday, the conference indoor championship. But Phil, just overall, both men and women finished third in this meet, and quite a few PRs for the day, just spread out across the running, jumping, and throwing. That had to be a good feeling for your athletes as they now get ready for the conference meet.
I'm always happy for the kids when they perform well and set personal bests. I think everybody took it for what it was. It was a good tune-up, like you say, and there were a lot of good results. But I don't know. I didn't feel as though we were sharp. So I'm hoping that rebounds this week. I think the results are there. I think the mental prep is something that we just have to stay focused on for this week. I think our best is still yet to come. And I think the grind of a long season, I think this meet comes at a perfect time. I think we're ready to go ahead and do some great things and be sharp. I am proud of them. I'm proud of their efforts. I'm proud of how hard they've worked to this point. I just hope that they can carry it over and actually get up for this meet. They performed well without actually being up for a meet, which is a great thing as a coach. You love to see that. But I think you hit it on the head that with the conference meet being this weekend, there'll be a little extra in everybody's tank, so we're looking forward to that.
All right. Let's start by talking about the Cougar men. And Josh Warren, who we had in front of the camera here a short time ago as our men's athlete of the week. Big day for Josh. Set a record in the 400 meters and won that event as well. And when I talked to Josh, I was surprised because he said he'd only run the 400 in one other meet this season, and that was one of your first two before you had the breaks. So it was interesting, only his second time running the 400 this season, and he came up with a real strong performance.
Yeah, well, Josh is a supremely versatile athlete. Not most universities can't say that their top 400 runner is their best cross-country runner. We've talked to Josh at length about his career, and he is a very good 400 runner. But we project him to probably be more of an 800 guy over the next couple of years, and I hope that he'll keep training post-collegiately because I think he could be a U.S. trials guy in the 1500. He has that kind of leg speed. So he's a unique athlete, and he is fun to work with, and he gets you never know if he actually gets too excited. He gives you a little sheepish smile out the side sometimes, but we're really working on trying to increase his volumes, and the fact that he's still cutting time in shorter events just bodes well to someone with it. He's just got unbelievably natural speed that I don't have. Most people don't. But that's part of the training plan is to just continue to lengthen him out and get him into some longer events as time goes by over the next 2.5 years.
All right. Josh was also part of the first place 4x4 relay team. Now, another member of that little quartet is senior Jerry Williams, who had a pretty good day himself. Yeah,
the 4x4 we're lucky. We went from a situation last year where we struggled to find 4 guys to be competitive, and now we got 6, maybe 7 guys that could fill in. Jerry ran a all-time best in the 800 indoor-outdoor. He's been responding very well to the training. And another freshman, Zach Slusher, stepped in, and he actually ran one of the legs on that relay, which he hadn't done before. So we still actually had probably 2 other guys in Christian Rasmussen and JJ Job, who are usual suspects on that 4x4. So we think we can drop another 2-3 seconds going into the conference meet. We fully intend to win that on Saturday. Our team is looking really strong right now, and based on what we can tell, as long as we can hold on to the baton, Jim, it should be a good outcome.
All right. Getting away from the running events for just a moment, Will Serber has had a strong season so far, in the pole vault, and he took another step forward on Saturday.
Yeah, he added a few, I want to think he probably added a little over an inch or maybe 3/4 of an inch to his all-time best. He went from 4.15 to 4.17. He's going to break the school record. He's just got to get comfortable now. Most of what we do indoors with our pole vault coach, Coach Chizzo, are 5-step approaches. And not to get too technical, but you can't gain enough speed, and speed is paramount in that event. Once we get outside and we drop him to a 7-step approach, and he can actually translate some of that power a little bit more, I think he will surpass that record. The fact that he's doing it on a short pole with a short approach, Will's having a great year. Great year.
All right. Turning to the women, your sprinters continue to have a great season thus far. Chelsea Wilson just happened to break her 60-meter dash record from the previous week. We were joking off the air that this one maybe shouldn't count because she only took 0.04 of a second off, but 4 records in 3 weeks is quite a haul for her. But also among your sprinters this week, Rashada Anderson and Andrea Caldwell. Some great efforts out there.
Yeah, Rashada is really taking to the training well. Andrea, added a little bit more to her long jump. She's back to where she was as a freshman, which is nice to see. You want your seniors going out on a positive note. So it's nice to see Drea performing very well. Outside chance to maybe sneak in a couple of points at conference. We look for Rashada to score in at least 1, if not 2 events. And that other person, Chelsea Wilson, which one is that again? I'm not sure. Chelsea's just great. She just keeps getting better and better. And I think we said 3 weeks ago that she had a high ceiling, and she's just proving that every week. And we're just lucky as a community to have someone of her personality and her athleticism and her soul to be around. She's just a good kid. It's nice to have her. She blends in well with Drea and Rashada. They're just really good kids to work with.
All right. One of your team's biggest contributors last season was in the throwing events, Abby Pierce, and her effort on Saturday. It really looks like she is, maybe to borrow a phrase here, just hitting her stride as the conference meet comes up this week.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of, it's not as widely visual for the outside observer to see throwers improve. And we talk with our throws coach, Corey Volkman, and we work so much, or they work so much with him on fundamentals. Sometimes if the release is off slightly, they don't get a mark. I don't think Abby's had a mark in the hammer, or pardon me, in the weight the last 2 weeks. And then she goes out, feels comfortable today, and I think added a 0.5 meter to her all-time best. So throws are an interesting animal. You spend all week training, you go to a meet, and if you don't get a mark, you throw 3 times, and then you're done. So you don't really get that validation every week. So we rely on the fact that we know we're doing the right stuff. And Joe and Abby have done very well, and we're confident, and we expect come outdoor season it'll only improve.
All right. Phil, as we head toward this, I guess we might call it a first checkpoint of the season this Saturday. You certainly mentioned them here and there in each of our weekly interviews, but just talk about what your coaching staff this year, just talk about what they've meant to the overall shaping, or maybe a better word even would be maturing of this year's team.
Wow. Well, I'd say a coaching staff has got to be kind of like a Thanksgiving dinner. You got to have a little bit of everything for it to be a complete meal. And we have Corey Volkman, who's involved. He's our GA with our throws coach, and he was a football player and a thrower here, and he's been in and around. So he really can relate to the students and has his finger on the pulse of what's going on in the daily life. We were lucky enough to get Kendra Deck from Southern Illinois. She's trying to train post-collegiately to still run the 400 hurdles at a high level, and she was willing to come and help out with our hurdlers, and has been a huge improvement and another reaffirming voice. Coach Chizzo has been a hallmark for this program for I don't know how long, probably at least the better part of 6-7 years. One of the best vaulting coaches in the area, and we're lucky enough that he lives a half mile away and is willing to work with our throwers or vaulters. And then we add Coach Mack, who is she is the spice to the meal. She's your salt, she's your pepper, she's your garlic. She's going to bring all that crazy flavor that pulls it all together. And then I'm just the guy that serves it. I get the easiest job. I just got to stand there and let everybody else do what they do well and not get in the way and screw it up. So basically, I'm the guy that just washes dishes at the end of the day. And everybody has their role, and it's worked out really well. And proud to announce, actually, alumni Scotty Ryan is going to help us out in the outdoor season. He's one of our ex-400 guys who also did the hurdles, who is going to be one of our volunteer assistants. So we'll be lucky enough to have another hand. And every time we turn around, I can't say enough about the help of Megan Smith and Coach Risch, always at the meets, lending a hand, helping out, encouraging words. So we're blessed to have a staff that's involved to the extent that this one is. And I think that helps with the student athletes. They always have someone to talk to. Every coach has their own strengths, their own weaknesses, and we kind of tag team it, and hopefully every student athlete walks out of here feeling they're getting what they need from their coaching staff.
All right. Well, Phil, we're looking forward to this Saturday, and wish you the entire team nothing but the best, and it'll be exciting to see how our athletes stack up at this point of the season.
Thanks, Jim.